100 years ago, in a mansion deep within the forest, there lived a young maiden. She prided herself on her stunning beauty and would gaze day after day at her own face reflected in the giant mirror she kept in her boudoir. Unable to leave her reflection, the maiden eventually became ill and left this world with deep regret. She had wasted her life admiring her own beauty when she could have been out finding a boyfriend to share it with. It is said the maiden's spirit never left this world. Instead, it possessed the mirror she had wasted her life gazing upon. Locked away in the glass, it waited to exist again. Waited for another girl to gaze upon that mirror so that she can be reincarnated as the gazer's reflection and finally find the perfect guy. But unlike most teenagers, the spirit had no control of her hormones. She had become a boy-crazed, love-sick nymphomaniac who would hit on anyone and everyone until she found Mr. Right. Determined to keep the world's male population safe from the spirits whoring around, the mansion's housekeeper kept the mirror hidden beneath a curtain. This would quickly become a tale of common lore, and the mansion would appropriately become known as the Mirror Mansion. Enter one Mr. Ranma Saotome in female guise, a boy and his father on a training mission gone wrong. Lost, starving, and desperate for civilization, they happened upon the mysterious Mirror Mansion and immediately sought solace there. The caretaker could not have been more hospitable, showing they around the place, calling to attention the giant curtained wall which shielded the accursed mirror. But damn those banana peels, those sight gags older than time itself. Ranma slipped, tore down the curtain, and without so much as a thought, locked eyes with himself. This innocent gaffe resulted in the birth of a brand new entity, Ranma's true life reflection, and honest-to-goodness 100% perfect duplicate girl-type Ranma stepped out the mirror and into being. But she would be Ranma in body only. This duplicate was imbued with the spirit of the maiden. 100 years of regret, 100 years of longing, burst free upon the world like a regular Pandora's box. And the brand new vehicle the spirit was sporting was already a hormonally imbalanced teenager with uncontrollable impulses. A perfectly toxic brew. The resultant scenario was enough to make eyes widen and jaws drop, a sight so surreal, that of girl-type Ranma playing the role of the hot-to-trot female. The mirror spirit wanted but one thing, the perfect boyfriend. But to do that, she had to try them all out first, and she wanted to get it done fast to make up for lost time. So there we had this clone of girl-type Ranma, throwing herself at every boy what met her eye, professing love and affection to they all. Even Ryoga Hibiki would eventually fall victim to a surprise kiss from the promiscuous spirit.
All I need out of life is to wake up next to some morning wood.
Is there anything hard you refuse to jump on?
Don't you ever crave protein?
Don't you ever not?
But Ranma Saotome, the real Ranma Saotome, his mind works in mysterious ways. He was mortified by the actions of his doppelganger, at the implications and the threat of mistaken identity. But not for the reasons you'd think. He didn't think his clone was trying hard enough to corral herself a boy. She was giving his female side a bad name by not being sexy enough. For a brief stint, Ranma actually took the spirit under his wing to teach her how to properly pick up a guy. What the f*** is wrong with you, Ranma Saotome? When we run around on a hot summer's day, we get stinky. And when we get stinky, we take a bath. Ranma saw this as a lethal dose of reality for his newfound friend, dragging her and jumping into the tub. But while he changed back into a boy, the duplicate stayed as is. Curiouser. And there, we had a new problem. Not only did a brand new, studly, and naked hunk of man appear before her eyes, but an immaculate male counterpart, similar to she in so many ways. Her search was officially over. The events which transpired could not have been any more topsy-turvy. Not only was it an unfathomable reality that girl-type Ranma and boy-type Ranma were able to stand side by side, but the former was in love with the latter, which led to some zany situations. Ranma Saotome could not walk a single step without his wannabe lover hot on his heels, looking for a quick grope. He also had to keep tabs on her, as even though she had found her soulmate, Mirror Ranma was still open to give other guys a try here and there. And this situation only got worse when the clone's behavior began to cast aspersions on his own lifestyle. Could Ranma be bi-curious? Could he like dressing up in skimpy women's clothing? After seeing the way his clone acted and dressed, Nobiki and the rest of the household began to think so. But worst of all, a complicated back-and-forth triangle of jealousy would fester and boil betwixt Ranma Saotome, Mirror Ranma, and Akane Tendo. See if you can keep up. Ranma was mad and jealous of his clone for her flippant, overly flirty ways. Mirror Ranma was jealous of Ranma for the strength of his quote-unquote love for Akane Tendo. Mirror Ranma hated Akane Tendo for underappreciating Ranma, and wishes that she too had a barrel-chested frame so that she could be the object of Ranma's affection. Akane hated Mirror Ranma right back for calling her barrel-chested, and was jealous of Mirror Ranma's constant sexual prodding of Ranma. Ranma and Akane hated each other because, well, they always hate each other. Needless to say, this was no way to live life. This was a new level of wacky, which could turn a human brain into pea soup. Something had to change. Thank God for that sweet old man from the Mirror Mansion who presented the solution to their problem, albeit a complicated one. A tiny little compact mirror that could fit into a palm, which had the power to trap its onlooker into an interdimensional prison. A tomb encased in a wall-to-wall mirror. All our heroes needed to do was to get that spirit to stare at her reflection, and he would be sucked away forever, swept under a dark rug, never to be seen again. I do not wish to spoil the ending, but in the world of Ranma 1/2, there are certain absolutes. The heroes in this tale are very fallible people. Rest assured, there will be bungling. Our heroes will lose possession of the mirror. The wrong people will be trapped in the void. Will our heroes rid themselves of the dreaded mirror spirit and restore their lives to normalcy? Or relative normalcy? Or is this red-headed little vamp here to stay? Read on, manga fans, to see how they get out of this one.
It's In a Minute with your host, Ungus Gakavester.
Greetings and salutations to the audiences out there. Ungus Gakavester, child psychologist here, to address the rather unusual scenario presented in these manga volumes. It presents a unique situation, one which is open to interpretation. You see, here we have Ranma Saotome, a male under a Jusenkyo curse which causes he to switch gender. We introduce a mirror, which can somehow split the male and female Ranmas into two separate people. Now, this is something speculators and fanfic writers would have a field day with. You see, suppose the two Ranmas would consent and fornicate, screw around, do the horizontal mambo if you will. What would that be considered? Would it be incestual, as the Ranmas are technically blood relatives, twin siblings produced outside the womb? Would it be masturbatory, as the two Ranmas are technically the same person? Would it be possible for Ranma to impregnate Ranma? Could the Ranmas raise a family of Ranmas? Would that be considered asexual reproduction, or maybe something along the lines of cloning? Would boy-type Ranma continue to age while Mirror Ranma remains frozen in time? Suppose they would continue to make love. Would boy-type Ranma be engaging in sex with a minor? Or maybe a mirror maiden is incapable of producing eggs. Maybe her body's like a century old, like the mirror itself, and frigid. And what if? Oh! Migraine! Doctor, this is the proper dosage. Don't try this at home, kids.
This has been a Ranma 1/2 character profile. This profile was brought to you in part by JWStudios, Shade, and by KJ.
You have no idea. You have no idea how much this hurts. How much it